speaking, I know it looks black and wet because that's the bully, but that should come off on my thumb if it were wet. So that just verifies what the groundsman says, that the surface is really pretty dry. Let's now look at the surface, move along here to roughly a length bowling towards the duck pond end, and there is a little bit of grass, certainly. There's not a lot. There's a tinge of green here and very little grass. What there is sparse, but the new ball certainly might move off this just a little bit. These little cracks here, a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, aren't anything really to worry about, other than at the other end of the pitch they are more of those and less grass. So I want to walk down now to an area that I marked earlier, because some of this is shifting just a little bit, and that bothers me just slightly, not unduly. Just take my mark away. You see here that actually, if you look closely, I can push that and it actually moves. Now, if a ball therefore were to land on an area like that, which is I mean, very, very small, but there are more of them, I can't show them all of you, then we're likely to get maybe a little bit of uneven bounce. The fact that this has been shorn of its grass means that the bounce and the carry won't be quite what the groundsman would have liked, but he's tried to prepare the best possible batting wicket that he can with the less movement so that the batsman can dominate the game. I don't know, I think the ball might swing just a little bit, and I'm a little undecided as to which way the captains might go if they win the toss. My guess is that they'll bat first.
The conditions out here in Port Elizabeth, temperature 23 degrees Celsius, 30 km/h wind in the northeasterly direction. But as you heard Robin say earlier, very, very humid out there, 60% chance.
The team sheets have been exchanged, and as usual, Clive Lloyd is the match referee. Sean Pollock, with his special coin, will do the toss.
Tails, please.
Tails is the call. And tails it is. Well done. I'm sure you're happy about winning the toss.
Yeah, it looks a very good pitch. I mean, should get a lot of runs in it, and that's it about it.
You've decided to?
We decided to bat first and hopefully get some runs on the board.
And any changes to your team?
We got one change. We got Shahid Afridi comes in for Tawfiq Kumar.
Yeah, Shahid likes South Africa as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he has been here before and he played well in there. And it looks a very flat track, so we're going to give him a go at the top.
Great. Well, good luck today.
Thanks very much.
Good luck. Thanks.
Sean, definitely you must change that coin now.
Yeah, well, it worked for us. We won the game last time, but you're going to have your ups and downs. But as I say, in one-day cricket, it's all about starting the game, and you've got to be able to win from both positions.
What would you have done?
Yeah, I think we probably would have batted first. Looks like it should be a good wicket.
And any changes to the team today?
No, we've gone with the same lineup. Obviously, building confidence on the way we played, and obviously looking for another good performance like that. So we're stuck with the same team.
I'm sure that'll do the top order a lot of good, giving him another run.
Yeah, it is. You know, we're caught between giving them a good run and making sure they have the chance to state a claim, and then also giving other guys the opportunity. So it is a difficult situation, but the more you run with certain guys, the better you're going to get out of them.
I'm sure that's true. Good luck today.
Thanks, Lee.
So Pakistan won the toss and they've elected to bat. South Africa would have done the same.
So South Africa, just to recap, team sheet there exactly the same as it was in Durban. Graham Smith, Herschel Gibbs to open, Neil McKenzie at number 3, and Jacques Callis to follow. Jonty Rhodes absolutely magnificent, and a wonderful performance by skipper Sean Pollock.
Yeah, he had a fantastic match. I mean, the adjudicator for the man of the match did have a problem in as much as Rhodes' innings. I think he went the right route, was certainly the one that turned the game round, but Pollock's performance with bat and ball was a very good example of just what an all-rounder should be. I'm not surprised to see Afridi at the top of that list there. I think they need something explosive. I felt that Pakistan never really got into the game with the bat, and they never managed to get any momentum going, and Afridi is the sort of person who could produce that wherever he bats.
Well, he certainly can. Who'll forget his introduction into one-day international cricket back in Kenya after that magnificent 100.
And everybody expecting Pakistan to come out here firing today. Elahi, a man of 26 years of age, he's had 33 innings, average of 36, and a good strike rate. Struck on the pad, second ball. Big shout from all of the players in the vicinity. Neil Mallender, the umpire from England, denies the call.
My first reaction was the height, and that was the case.
No, we won't. It's on the hook. So the man who is getting his first game of the series, Shahid Afridi, gets a boundary. First ball.
Most of the bowlers in the world, they think Shahid Afridi has a bit of a mark with the bounces.
Waqar Antini, who's made the opening bowling position for South Africa his own in a very short space of time. 81 wickets so far. This time a flick and yet another boundary. So this man has started off like a train.
That's an ideal start for the Pakistani team in order to get some results. That ball was drifted towards the pads, and Shahid Afridi enjoying good form, hitting the ball into the gap.
No ball called, and it's straight over the top. This is not just a train, it's an absolute express.
5 runs for the Pakistani team on that occasion. Looking worried, and because of this, that was a good shot. Hitting the ball through the line, getting the elevation right, getting underneath it. Second boundary.
I've always thought that this man is one of the cleanest strikers of the new ball that you'll see. Straight up in the air this time. Herschel gives the man, and South Africa have struck.
But that's the way Shahid Afridi plays. He was asked to do a job, to go after the bowlers, but he was looking to play too many strokes. That was a short delivery, no doubt about it. But having scored 9 runs so far in this over, he should have been looking to pick up a single. And in the end, getting the edge, scooping the ball in the air, easy catch for Herschel Gibbs. Early inroads into the Pakistani team.
Stars at schoolboy level for Pakistan. I watched him playing. I think he was captain of Pakistan under-19 at the time. Very mature young man, and one who is a genuine all-rounder. Today, promoted in the order to number 3. Outside edge, down to third man. A groan from the crowd. Lance Klusener there. The hesitation, and that would have been out. Bad calling, that one has to say.
When you're looking to take on Jonty Rhodes or Herschel Gibbs, you cannot afford to stutter. Abdul Razzaq, after playing the ball, was in a state of inertia and then called, and Saleem Elahi had to back him up. With plenty of time for Herschel Gibbs.
Nice drive this time. A brilliant stop by Jonty Rhodes. Not clean. And they're looking for 2. Good running.
Brilliant stuff from Jonty Rhodes once again. Had to cover a lot of distance and dive full length. Airborne. Managing to half stop the ball.
Looking again for a quick one. Just a flick, but this is, although it seems dangerous, I think it's very sensible from Pakistan's point of view. On the pull this time, it's going to be Alan Donald trying to get there. He won't, so it's a boundary for Elahi.
It was a short delivery, but wasn't a convincing stroke from Saleem Elahi.
Waqar Antini not yet settling into a decent line and length, not a consistent one anyway. And a neat little roll of the wrists. It got a bottom edge onto it, but that's fine. Down the wicket, straight over the top. That was a superb stroke. Well, well. We've been talking about a sheet anchor roll. That's not the normal sort of stroke from one of them.
He came down to the track with all the positivity in the world, and then hitting the ball at the top of the bounce, getting underneath it to get the elevation right.
That was really a shot of class. He goes on to 14 in 19 balls, so his strike rate improving. Bat onto pad. They won't stop that one. Always very difficult to save a single when it's so dead from the bat onto the pad.
Good punch that finds the gap in the covers between John De Rose and Herschel Gibbs.
Rhodes has really got that all worked out, hasn't he? The slide and the pick up, and as he picks the ball up, he gets up.
That one is through the covers, finding the gap. Herschel Gibbs couldn't stop it. It was far away from him. 4 runs.
Well, this just tells you what a superb batting pitch this is, certainly at the moment anyway. He's not the tallest man in the world, and he's got forward, just hit through the line. It's raced across this outfield, which I might add is looking fantastic. Look at that, just through the line of the ball. Very little deviation. Good stroke.
Saleem on 22 from 28 balls. That one is pulled through square leg and it's gone for 4 runs.
Well, just flicked off his hip, wasn't it? That wasn't all that short, but short enough. Nicely played. Just helped it on its way. And it's very, very fast down in that fine leg area. Sami might bowl a little bit quicker than that when he gets to do so.
That one is going away. It's in front of square now on the onside. McKenzie couldn't stop it. Race to the boundary. Good crowd already.
Well, that's the 3rd boundary in the over. One's been a great shot through the covers on the up. That was a poor delivery. Leg stump half volley will get punished. And in between, a ball just fractionally short helped on its way down to fine leg.
Well, nobody moved in the covers. That one racing away to the extra cover boundary. Huge gap there was. End of the 10th, 58 for 1. But flick down to the long leg boundary to race to the boundary, non-stopping. Good attempt by Graham Smith from square leg, but it's gone to the boundary.
Well, Pollock will be livid with himself. He's brought the fine leg up so that he can have that man a lot squarer, and he's bowled it full leg stump. Ordinary leg glance, there it goes. And neither fielder are going to cut that off. Fine leg up, you got a bowl off stump. The South African captain doesn't make a change now, getting Teeny out of the attack. Pollock and Donald into it.
Good shot, well stopped by well, good stop there by John De Rose at backward point. That ball was traveling.
You know, they never ever should run, or no one should ever run for a misfield. Full length, but he knocks it on, and the ball races to Gibbs, and the batsman set off. It's got to be a wait call, no doubt about that. There he goes. Look how quickly the ball got across to Gibbs.
Waited for that one. John De Rose dives, couldn't stop it. It's racing to the 3rd man boundary. 4 runs. So the end of the 11th, 66 for 6.
That is a sensational shot. Sensational shot.
So now the most experienced bowler in the South African side is brought in to see if he can't just get a wicket would be a bonus for the home side, but if he can just run in and bowl at his overall career economy rate of 4, he will have achieved something, because the ball's flying around this ground at the moment.
Oh, that one is it, man! Is it over? Lance Closer! He drops it! Lance Closer, he had it in his hand, and it went in and out.
Into the sun, albeit that he does have sunglasses on. Gets in a good position initially and then doesn't quite get under the ball. He looked always as if he was in control. Just the last stride. In, out, and very nearly went for 4.
That way, he flicks it over square leg. It's going to the boundary. 4 runs.
That's rubbing salt in the wound. He should have been out at the beginning of the over. Now he's progressed with another boundary. Beautifully played, I might add. Length ball, round about middle and leg. Just picked up over the man on the infield. Couple of bounces.
He's taken over the aggression. Good shot, good shot. That one is racing away to the boundary between Johnny Rhodes and Herschel Gibbs. 4 runs. So 77 for 1 wicket.
Before, and I'll say it again, this is how good this pitch is. He's just stood there and hit through the line. Length ball, a little bit too wide. That's what allowed him some freedom and allowed him to just free his arms and just...
That one is played down a leg glance, very fine, running to the fine leg boundary for 4 runs.
Albeit that's the loosener and the first ball of the spell. Bowl anywhere near the leg stump. If he hadn't got a bat on that, just been a thigh pad, it's still 4. That it would be 4 leg byes wouldn't count against the bowler, but it still counts against the team. Just deflects it wide of the keeper.
Gets inside edge, past the keeper, running down to the boundary. Another 4 runs.
Well, when it's going wrong, it's going wrong. That's not a bad delivery. That's outside off stump. He gets the bottom edge. But it's a very fast scoring ground, this, anyway. That's cut away, and that's 4 as well. And they know that a lot of boundaries are scored on this particular ground, as we're witnessing right now. For around about 275 now, I think they'd bite anyone's arm off if somebody offered it to them. At the moment, it's just all Pakistan. It's been good aggressive play from them.
Checkers. Oh, pull shot. That's going to go wide. Is Smith going to get there? No, he doesn't. Unbelievable. Well, it's really not going South Africa's way here. 4 more. Score goes to 93 for the loss of 1 wicket. They desperately need to pick it up in the field.
Great shot. Into position very quickly, Razzaq. Cullis, this one too short. Poor bit of fielding here by Smith. Not quite getting his body behind the ball. And that one evaded him, going for 4 runs.
Well, he just got it all wrong there, didn't he? Lost his footing as well in the process. Great fielding.
What a magnificent shot. A big hard volley. Herschel Gibbs doing the fielding there, the mopping up. Cullis over pitching. Down on 1 leg. Full treatment. Beautiful stop.
Oh, great shot. That's the one. Beautiful in front of square. 4 more.
Well, the Pakistanis have dealt with everything very harshly. Beautiful square drive. Using his feet down the track, great shot. That's a magnificently struck for 4. And that brings up 50 for Elahi. Very, very well played indeed from just 46 deliveries. Well, Elahi, he's been absolutely brilliant today. Not letting Berger settle down at all. Note the footwork. 43 deliveries for the second 50. Again, using his feet. Great placement this time. One bounce and into the boundary. Well, 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 it's going to be a tough ask here for Boyer to come back from this start. Sensational shot. Cut shot. Well, this may even beat Mackenzie on the boundary, and does. No, third 4 in the over for Elahi. He's on fire. Well, Elahi has hit 2 4s, came down the wicket. And he's cut him square the wicket for 4. Beautiful footwork, foot right across. And desperate Mackenzie, not unable to stop that one. Oh, beautiful delivery. This may be out. Outside the off stump. Brian Durling hasn't moved, and neither has the batsman. Well, well, well. Well, crowd certainly behind South Africa here. Alan Donald absolutely convinced. So was Boucher behind. But batsman and Brian Durling didn't think it was out. Well, I must say, I think Brian Durling's got this one wrong. I thought this was quite a big nick. Good delivery. Prominent seam, bounce. That's what's done him, and what a good decision. Doff my cap to you, Brian Durling. This time played square. He's very strong in that area. That's raced off the bat. 4 more. And really, the Pakistanis making hay here. Partnership worth 102. The score moves on to 117 for 1.
He's hit that miles. There is a man at long on, but he'd have to be 30 foot tall to have a chance of catching that. What a great shot.
Well, this is the ability this man has, Abdul Razzaq. He's watching the ball big. Took his left leg away from the leg stump in order to create a bit of room for himself to swing the arms. And in the end, getting the desired result. 6 runs.
Slicked it through the slip area. Pollock gives chase but won't catch it up. It's too quick, this ground.
It wasn't a convincing stroke, but the result is good. On that occasion, Saleem Elahi was looking to create a bit of room for himself to play the cut stroke. Wasn't the right length, and in the end, edging one through to the vacant area for 4 runs.
On the wicket. He's chipped it in the end over extra cover. It was wonderful bowling from Nicky Boyer. That has to be said. He saw him coming and he just held it back a little bit and bowled it really wide.
Look at that. He went with the stroke.
Another edge, and that'll run away for 4. You know, sometimes, yeah, the wry smile actually tells you a great deal. Away again, Donald back in business. Good dive from him, good commitment, straight into his hands. He'll have to hurry now, and does. Also a wonderful throw. Great bit of cricket all round. Good shot, committed fielding from the oldest man out there. Just look at that. to come back to it, perhaps. That'll be wides, and plenty of them. And that South Africa just cannot afford. Pollock does well. So it'll be 3 wides in the end. Once Neil Malland has just checked that Pollock hauled it back before his feet or anything hit the rope. Oh, it's a close one. It's a close one. That looks as if the foot is on the rope while the ball's in the hand. That'll be full. Make that 156 on the roof. New roof as well. Goodness gracious me, what a great shot.
It came down to the tap with all the certainty in the world. Got to the pitch.
Down the ground, and Donald can't get there.
There is no point hitting the ball straight to the fieldsman. Whenever they have hit the ball, it went into the gap. And on that occasion, once again, slow delivery was picked up very nicely by Abdul Razzaq and very early.
And will run away 4-4. Valiant effort from, who is that, who's prone on the ground? Is it Boyer? Tremendous effort from him. He actually did stop it hitting the rope where it was destined for.
The timing personified on that occasion. Beating Jonty Rhodes, that's an achievement. And like you said, it was a brilliant effort from Nicky Boyer. Had to cover a lot of ground, had to dive full length, managed to flick the ball just inside, but the ball kept on going towards the boundary line.
Oh, I think it dropped in front of Jonty Rhodes, who was going for the cage. Shout, get him!
They really need one badly. Mackay and Tini going hard at the batsman, and this ball just once again, it's not South Africa's day so far. Genuine outside edge again, push with the arms from the batsman, but it doesn't carry to Jonty Rhodes. He's a man who needs this century now, and that's why perhaps he's playing more conservatively, not taking any chances.
Good ball. Well, that was a delivery that was on middle and leg, turned right to the fine leg boundary, and 4 runs it is to Saleem. So he gets to his century.
Well, he gets a hug immediately from his partner, a younger man, and he signals the dressing room, who are standing, and quite rightly so. Magnificent innings by this man here. 100 at less than a run a ball. Tremendous little stroke. Another slower one from Jacques Callis. It moved across once again into the stumps. There's 3 men on the offside there, you can see, saving 1.
See, that was wide. That was wide. Going through backward point. 4 runs it is.
Don't give a batsman like this width, because you are going to get punished. He's growing in stature, Saleem. The 200 partnership comes up with that stroke, and it really was worth it. As Peter said, wide and up to him. You can't give that sort of width. So the partnership, 203 and 198 balls. Brilliant in only just over 2 hours.
Goes for that one outside of stump. So at the end of the over, the score is 218 for 1 after 30.
The breakthrough here, which they really desperately need. Then you've got Yusuf Johanna to come and Enzimam, who are both devastating hitters and really the class acts in this Pakistan batting lineup. but surely Sean Pollock will be endeavouring to improve those figures in the final 4 overs. 3 men on the offside, angled away, 2 men, 1 man is saving one, and then 2 men on the boundary on the leg side that you can see, and then a long one. Confusion again. We haven't seen that since the very beginning of their partnership.
Tapping the ball, pushing it just into the covers, and they wanted a single. It was off back. It would have been gone.
Good backing up there.
Good shot. That one flies right over the covers to the extra cover boundary for 4 runs. Good shot by Razzaq.
Brilliant stroke, in fact. You don't often see a batsman hit the ball this cleanly over cover. Look at that. Inside, he moved inside to play the inside-out stroke, and only a metre or so short of being a 6. Good seam there, but he'd given himself the room to free the arms.
That one, that shuffle towards square leg, trying to confuse or mesmerize the bowler, and he succeeded in that, pulling this one through mid-wicket for 4 runs. Look at the way he played. He was back, 1 foot back towards square leg, dropping short, pulled. Good shot, 4 runs.
Goes inside, looks to hit it on the leg side. Big appeal from Sean Pollock. Neil Melander unmoved. You can see just how much he moved inside the line. The ball pitches on and it's angling down. So umpire Melander making the right call.
Also a bit dark, Robin. It's gone very murky out here, so it's a good thing that they've changed.
Smashed away backward a square. Mackenzie just gives up almost as he began. He knew that he had no chance of getting there. 4 more to Pakistan, 236 for 1.
Well, they've changed the ball, so it's probably a slightly firmer and harder ball. Pollock would have liked that. Wide. Smashed away over cover point. No chance of any fielder stopping this. Slower ball attempted. Well spotted by the batsman.
Razzaq 95 from 108 balls. 10 fours, 2 sixes. That's gone up in the air. That might not go for 6, but it'll certainly go for 4. Glare from Pollock, beg your pardon, Donald. 244 for 1. If mixing it up is going to achieve that, I couldn't agree with you more, especially in terms of change of pace. That's his 100, and a very good 100 it's been, initially in support of Saleem. Hello, he's walking off. He's taking a little bow in front of his own players, and why shouldn't he?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant knock from him. Abdul Razzaq. Magical knock. He really enjoyed getting to his 100, and so he should. It was a superb innings. And that's a 4. He's picked the slower ball this time. It's a little bit too full from Klusner, and he's just cottoned onto this beautifully. Didn't try and hack at it, just played a percentage shot and just flicked it over. Top shot.
Picked the slower ball and picked his area to hit it too. There's the slower ball. I think I'll hit it there. That's wide of him, and 4 more. So now Razzaq opens his shoulders. It's time just to push that accelerator a little nearer the floor.
Full toss, waist high, and he's timed that beautifully. Again, picked the gap. And that's sailed away in between the two fielders on the long on boundary for 4.
That's wider, Donald. Once again, I beg your pardon, Mr. Donald, it's Graham Smith putting in a big dive, but it was really a helpless one. He was never really going to get it.
Lovely shot from Abdul Razzaq, making a bit of room for himself down the leg side, allowing himself to get some leverage. And
250 partnership now.
Robin, isn't it amazing when things are going well and you go out in a positive frame of mind, how things run for you? Cricket's just like that, and these two have been superb.
253 from 241 balls. That is straight down Antini's throat, and he's hung on to it. And the end of a quite brilliant innings from Abdul Razzaq, a man who's been out of the game for 6 weeks with a broken wrist. Looked a little bit at sea in Durban, but now he said, hey, I can play.
What a magnificent comeback by Abdul Razzaq. He looked out of sorts in Durban. He's got the full toss round about waist height, but unfortunately for him this time, he hasn't quite timed it, and he's hit it straight down the throat of Makai Antini, who ends up taking the catch low down very well. So Abdul Razzaq out for 112, Pakistan are 272 for 2.
Yusuf Johanna then has a look around the field. It's not an easy time, really, is it, for him? Too bad after the Lord Mayor's show. He'll give the 2 and he'll get it. Good shot that was. I wonder what it's like to sort of eventually get a wicket. The bloke who walks in has just come off a series that he averaged 423 in.
Don't have to chase this. That's the reason why. He's just hoisted that over cover like a tracer bullet. No fielder's going to stop that. And that's going to be the order of the day from these Pakistani batsmen.
And if Yusuf Johanna go great guns.
Johanna goes, and the South Africans will welcome seeing the back of Johanna. He's a great player, just 9 that he got, but from 6 deliveries only, 1 boundary, and Antini removes the off stump.
But Antini would be very pleased because Yusuf Johanna can really go after the bowlers and can get plenty of runs in no time. He was looking to hit the ball out of the ground, played the wrong line, and he's walking back. 9 was his personal score. Pakistan 284 for 3.
I introduce Inzamam ul Haq, a veteran in this Pakistani side, stalwart, and doesn't matter that they've lost Yusuf Johanna, because Inzamam is going to come on and just play shots.
The big man is required to play some big strokes here to finish off the innings at the high note.
Oh, that's out. Straight to Pollard. High full toss, and Callis gets his first wicket.
That might be lucky for Pakistan. Saleem Elahi getting out. In the last few overs, he's been bogged down. He couldn't hit the ball out of the ground. That was the opportunity. High full toss, but hit the ball straight to covers Sean Pollock. can be blessing, because Wasim Akram can really finish off the innings on a high note. Was looking to hit the ball over covers, couldn't get the elevation right, and in the end he was hauled out at covers by Sean Pollock. He's done his job. He played well. 135 was his personal score. Third 100 in 5 innings. Pakistan 288 for 4.
Younis Khan for Pakistan.
But Younis Khan is off the mark with a simple nudge on the onside.
Oh, that's well hit. Enzimam. That's going to go all the way for 4. Beautiful position, well placed.
Improvisation at its best. Enzimam ul Haq drawing himself away from the stumps in order to create a bit of room for his arms to swing. Getting underneath the length of the ball. They're looking to bowl very straight. Looking to bowl in the block hold. And that's why the boundaries, they're not coming.
Well, this one struck firmly down the ground. Oh, Smith almost slipped past it, but the combination of Smith and Donald managed to save that boundary. He's got a smile on his face, but he's had a bit of a nightmare out in the field. Oh, that's played fine enough. Oh, well, unlucky for Klusner.
Hard day at the office for Lance Klusner. And he was taken away for quite a few runs when he was bowling.
Watch Klusner here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, beautiful shot. Firmly struck down the ground. Smith this time manages to save it. Good bit of fielding.
After 47 over, Pakistan 311 for 4.
At the top, really looking to accelerate here. He's on 21 from 16. Make that 25 some 17.
Take that for timing. Especially when somebody's looking to create a bit of room for himself. I was coming towards the toes, and Enzimam ul Haq.
Oh, he's gone over mid-wicket this time. That's going to go for 4 as well. Klusner, or rather Pollock, unable to get there.
Second boundary in the over. Pakistan 322 for 4. Pakistan, in fact, batting lineup has been carried by Enzimam ul Haq for a number of years. Inside edge, and the result is going to be in favour of the Pakistani team. A boundary.
Well, great shot actually, I thought, Amir, because he was looking to play it onto the onside. There's the confirmation, Neil Melander, and to his credit, it was fine enough, but the intention was always to play it in towards a gap onto the leg side.
Well, the South Africans, they are well behind the time which was allocated to them to finish their quota of overs. And his ball, Alan Donald, using his experience in the depth of the innings, the last over. And as a batsman, you would be looking to hit the ball out of the ground. On that occasion, Alan Donald just rolling the fingers over the ball, getting some pace off and deceiving the batsman. Bullseye.
Yeah, certainly, Amir. Experience coming through there for Donald. Slower delivery. Younis Khan out for 11. Pakistan 333 for 5. Left-handed. Again, a lot of experience. He's not going to have a look, that's for sure. Oh, bowled in, inside edge. First ball for Alan Donald. And was he looking for one there? Managed to get the inside edge onto off stump.
We were talking about how many boundaries the Pakistani batsmen they're going to score in this over. You said 2 boundaries. But in the end, Alan Donald has managed to pick up 2 wickets. That was a very good delivery first up to a batsman who has arrived at the crease. He was facing the first delivery right in the block hole, but outside the off stump. Wasim Akram was looking to work the ball on the offside, open the face of the bat a bit early, getting an inside edge, and he's walking back without scoring a run. Pakistan 333 for 6.
And Rashid Latif makes his way to the middle. 8:34, right-handed batsman. He's going to be facing Donald on a hat-trick. Wasim Akram has got 2 to his name. Waqar Younis has got 1. Saklain Mushtaq has got 2 to his name. And Mohammad Sami in 2002 against West Indies has got 1 to his name as well. Now he goes on a hat-trick. Rashid Latif just managing to keep it out. Oh, it could have been a hat-trick of a different sort though, had he got the run out. Tell you what, it's not over yet. Eventually getting back into his crease, and Inzamam sending Rashid Latif back to his crease there.
Last delivery.
Well, it's past backward point. They'll go through for 2. And the return just to Boucher. So after 50 overs, Pakistan getting to a magnificent 335 for the loss of 6 wickets. But well bowled Alan Donald that last over.
Yes, indeed. He did bowl well. Picked up 2 wickets. And now he's asking his opener, Herschel Gibbs, to be determined. He must have been telling that this wicket is very good, we can achieve that. But the Pakistani bowling lineup has got all the experience in the world, and they'll be settled with this total, 335. The Pakistani supporters and the Pakistani team as well, they'll be happy with this.
Left-handed Graham Smith, 2 slips in position, 3 in the covers on the offside. Here's a 3rd man back there. This man is an absolute wizard. They're going to have to master him if the South Africans are going to get close to the score. First ball, and it's runs, and they'll be looking for 2, and they're going for it. Well, that was short, and it was put away. Herschel Gibbs showing that the low score in the previous match was a mere blip.
Beautiful shot. This rocks onto the back foot. You can't bowl there to Herschel Gibbs. He loves playing off the back foot.
Not on the ball of the foot. Picked up beautifully this time. Another boundary in the first over. Superb stroke.
Well, we said that these 2 would come out and play positively, particularly Herschel Gibbs. He loves to hit the ball down towards Midland leg. Super shot.
Didn't quite swing as much as I think Waqar was trying to do.
Well balanced.
Nice flick, it's going all the way. They brought the fine leg up, and immediately Herschel Gibbs pushes it past him. Good cricket by him. End of the second, and it's 19 for no wicket. End of the 3rd. In the air, oh, lucky from Herschel Gibbs. Man slipped there, it looked like it was Afridi. 2 runs to Herschel Gibbs. They go on to 20. Another one to Herschel Gibbs, past that short fine leg. So immediately he's capitalized on the change of fielding from the Pakistanis. The crowd are delirious. Another push, good shot, past the field. Will this go all the way? Tremendous timing from Herschel Gibbs. It has. So another boundary to him.
Wow, Waqar Younis has really been examined here. This is an absolutely brilliant shot. absolutely superb. I keep on using that word timing, but that's why that one's raced away to the boundary for 4. Just lets it come on to him. Didn't try and rush the shot at all.
This one pushed away by Graham Smith. Man chasing, the fine leg is now deep, but he's not going to get there.
Well, these two opening batsmen have taken it to the Pakistanis as their top order took it to South Africa.
What can Waqar do? He's pulled away. It's going to be another boundary to Herschel Gibbs. Not quite in the middle of the bat this time, but well enough. And the crowd roars once again. Well, the opening partnership is flourishing. The commentary opening partnership is at an end. Going to be Robin Jackman and Peter Battella to carry it on.
Thanks, Lee. Wow. It's all happening here, let me tell you. Good shot once again. Pulled it from outside off stumps, quite near the toe of the bat.
Is bowled him! Is bowled him! Middle stump flies out of the ground. Closing, he went through his defences.
Well, that's like saying to the umpire, well, he didn't get his bat in the way this time. And you can see just how elated the Pakistan team is, particularly the bowler, because that is a huge wicket. Herschel Gibbs was the one man. Well, there are others, but one real danger man, straight through. What a lovely sight that is for any fast bowler. Gibbs playing a forward defensive, pushed past his pad, left a bit of a gap, and the ball got through there. Sparkling innings of 40, but South Africa now 57 for 1.
Bring his willow and
Nicky Boye comes to the crease and
the ball. Good start to a new batsman. The end of the over, 57 for 1.
No ball.
A no ball. Has it taken at slip, but it's a no ball. Inzamam ul Haq take that catch low down above the grass, but it was a no ball.
There's a white line there, you're supposed to stay behind it. Nice fat outside edge, comfortably caught by Imzimam. Celebrations cut short as the wicketkeeper realises that the umpire has got his arm out, and that's why it's a good 2 inches over.
Giving him some ground and he plays on. Drags it onto the stumps. Giving himself some room. Dragging the ball onto the stumps. So he's bowled. Graham Smith goes.
Well, that was just a lack of patience, wasn't it? And pressure building. Waqar Younis had bowled a great over. He hadn't managed to get him away. He tries to do something different. Gets too far away from the ball. Can barely reach it. And drags it down onto the leg stump. So the Ender Smith, just pressure building, that's all that was. And then when he does advance down the pitch, he's a bit too far away from the ball and can barely get to it. So Smith goes for 18 in 25 deliveries, and South Africa have lost their second wicket at 61. Neil Mackenzie, right-handed batsman, 27 years of age.
Boye stands up, punches that one through point. It's racing away to the boundary. 4 runs.
That's what I mean. That's just a classically good shot. Just look at this. He just stands up, plays a perfectly orthodox shot off the back foot square for 4.
Gets hold of this one. Is it a catch? Has taken the catch at long leg. That was a good shot. Unfortunately, it went straight to a fielder.
Well, Nicky Boye will feel that he's a little bit unlucky here. He's obviously can't let a short delivery go by. You've got to have a hook at it. He hits it absolutely perfectly. Beautifully balanced, and it flies down there. It only goes about 20 feet in the air, but what an outstanding catch. You don't always pick the ball up straight away down in those positions. That's a wonderful, wonderful catch by Johanna. Boyer gone for 7. South Africa lose their third for 67.
Jacques Kallis will have to get going from the onset. Wide. Mackenzie went for it.
Oh, that's pretty much in front. He's gone up for the appeal. Yes, up goes the finger. Brian Jerling confirms the 4th wicket for Pakistan.
For Neil Mackenzie, losing his balance, losing the line of that delivery. He was looking to play the ball from the crease. And Waqar Younis, skipper of the Pakistani team, has struck again. He was beaten for the pace and lack of bounce as well. And the Pakistanis, they are in the driving seat. Jubilation for Waqar Younis.
Nothing very similar here to Gibbs. Neil Mackenzie out for 4. South Africa 77 for 4 in all sorts of trouble.
Well, Jonty Rhodes, who was the hero in the previous game, has arrived at the crease. Similar kind of a situation, is off the mark. Oh, the umpire is in trouble. The throw from Saleem Elahi, rather than hitting the stumps, has hit the umpire, and this is going to hurt.
Well, a bit of a limp there, and apologies from the Pakistanis. Oh, just above the fielder, and that's going to the boundary for 4. Kallis moves on to 4 with that boundary. He's off the mark. Certainly the South African have to get to big hundreds. Because the man on the other side, Jacques Kallis, who's been in rich form, will have to... Oh, bowled in! There we go, Mohammad Sami strikes and he's removed the off stump of Jonty Rhodes. So there goes South Africa's hopes for me.
Well, this is a funny game, isn't it? He was a hero in the last game. Scored 98 runs at a very crucial time. And today, that ball keeping low, he should have been playing forward rather than committing himself on the back foot. And in the end, Mohammad Sami striking for Pakistan for the 2nd time. 2 wickets for him in 2 overs. Big wicket for Pakistan. Jonty Rhodes is going back. He perishes after scoring 1 run. South Africa 82 for 5. This one didn't put up a huge fight, just crumbling down for 140 runs. That's going to be wicket number 6. Inside edge, and he's been given. The umpire was checking with his mental list, and in the end deciding the nick was there, and the decision has been in favor of Shahid Afridi.
Certainly Shahid Afridi joining in on the action here. Boucher padding up, nick onto the pad. Rashid Latif does very well here. Eye on the ball, and it may look like an easy catch, but I assure you in the lights it's not very easy. Boucher adjudged, caught behind by Rashid Latif off the pad, out for 4, 90 for 6. Introduced the South African skipper, Shaun Pollock. Well, he's got a lot on his shoulders here. Pollock trying to get on with it immediately. He's played this through the gap. That's going to roll away for 4, off the mark.
Well, that's a staggering stroke from Shaun Pollock.
There's the equation, 241 required. Oh, edged it. That's going to roll away for 4. Lucky for Kallis here, but it all counts for South Africa.
The 2nd boundary of the over, but not the convincing one.
Well, he's gone up for the appeal. Yes, he's out. Well, he chased the wide one and presented a catch to Rashid Latif, who did brilliantly behind to hang on to it. The Pakistanis celebrate.
That was an excellent catch from Rashid Latif. Widest delivery. For the South African batsmen, they're looking for runs, quick runs. Had to chase at that one. Edge, and Rashid Latif has taken a brilliant catch. 7th wicket gone. In South Africa, well, their hopes of winning this game is going back with this man, Jack Ellis. South Africa 100 for 7.
Left-handed Lance Kloosner, the Zulu, comes in for South Africa.
The leg, you want to go that way?
It's a good shot from Pollock, 4. Excellent shot.
Too short, not enough pace on this delivery.
Bounded by the fact there's only 3 wickets left. Pulled away by Kloosner with authority.
Well, that's the way to play. At this stage of the game, we've got nothing to lose.
And that's got through that offside. Not that the sweeper would have cut it off anyway, because it's gone a lot straighter than he would have been, but 4 more to Kloosner. Bowled in. He's jumped the off stump out of the ground. Yes, he has to remind Pollock, yeah, you are out bowled. The keeper took a blow in the middle of all that, in the throat. But he's all right. And more damage done by Pakistan.
Beautiful action. Out of the back of the hand. This one's turned. That's what's done Pollock. Most of the balls that Afridi has bowled at him have carried on straight. This one has just turned enough to beat the bat, hit the top of the off stump and hit the keeper on the chin. Great piece of bowling there. Pollock departs for 18. South Africa 136 for 8.
So Alan Donald comes to the crease. That's a good shot from Kloosner. Deliberately lofted over the cover area. 26 overs gone, 145 for 8.
Outside edge, that certainly sounded as though he got it, and yes, he's walking. The umpire didn't bother to give him out to begin with until the Pakistanis asked him for their second time. So the 9th wicket falls for South Africa with the score at 146.
Great sportsman spirit has been shown by Alan Donald. He knew that he has nicked that ball. Didn't wait for the umpire's decision. And Rashid Latif was very certain. So was Shahid Afridi. Nice to see somebody walking. Alan Donald has contributed with 2 runs, and South Africa 146 for 9.
Long discussion between Lance Kloosner and Makai Antini. What he did that shot before is just push it away for 1. He can't hit through the ball. Lots of flight. It's a huge hit. It's very high. I don't think it's going to make the boundary. Fielder there nearly makes it. It's Sami. A brilliant dive from him, but to no effect. So the crowd gets some excitement from Makai Antini.
What an effort from the youngster Mohammad Sami.
Lots of flight in the air, and that looks as though it's it. Yeah, Makai Antini's walking. So the match is over. South Africa comprehensively beaten by Pakistan in the second one-day international.
Well, the tide has turned. The tide has turned by the Pakistanis now. They were beaten pretty badly in the first game, but they have come back very strongly. And with their barnstorming performance, they have outclassed these South Africans. Look,
looked to me that was a bump ball.
It looked as though it could have been a bump ball, and he walked. Well, perhaps we've got to give Mackay out retired. So this really, to me, sets up the series enormously well. The South African score sheet, Smith was there with Herschel Gibbs, and Herschel Gibbs played superbly. He struck the ball well, he scored fast, and his timing was absolutely great. His balance was so good today, and then he was bowled by a really tremendous delivery by Waqar. He nipped back at him, he bowled him, and he went with for the first wicket, 40 in 30 balls. And then the pack of cards, as I've said, started to collapse. Nicky Boye showed that he was struggling against the genuinely quick bowling and good seam bowling of these bowlers. We'll carry on a little. The bowling figures all look impressive now. Waqar was the man who made the initial break. 7 overs, 2 maidens, 3 for 45. And then Sami, this young man who's playing really by courtesy of Shahid Akhtar having been suspended in the first game and not being so feeling well today. He then got 3 for 26 in his 5. Afridi came in with his varieties of pace, and he picked up 3 for 35 and showed that he's a talent as well. And then Saleem got the last wicket. So the South Africans never looking too close to being in the match after Herschel Gibbs was dismissed, and a very good performance from Pakistan bowlers as well. So the match stats here at St George's Park. South Africa defeated quite comprehensively in 29 overs.